Mastering the M dash. Meet the boldest punctuation mark in your toolkit, the M dash. It's called that because it's exactly as wide as a capital M. In the next few minutes, you'll learn its 5 jobs, its one real superpower, and the formatting rules almost everyone gets wrong. The dash family ruler. English actually has 3 dashes, and length tells you everything. The hyphen is shortest, joining tight pairs. The N dash is the width of a capital N, used for ranges like 5 to 7 p.m. The M dash, width of a capital M, is the longest and the boldest, adding real emphasis. The dash family matrix. Here's the simplest way to keep them straight. Hyphens join words or parts like mother-in-law. M dashes connect ranges like a Miami to New York flight. M dashes interrupt and set text apart, like she won, against all odds, today. Memory hook. Hyphens join. N dashes connect. M dashes interrupt. Job 1. Offset and aside. Job 1. Offsetting and aside. Think of it as parentheses, but louder. It demands attention instead of whispering. A mid-sentence aside needs a matching pair of dashes on both sides. The university president, hoping to avoid a budget crisis, urged deans to cut extraneous spending. Job 2. Emphasize a conclusion. Job 2. Emphasizing a conclusion. A single dash right before your sentence's final point acts like a drum roll. It builds anticipation, then delivers the payoff. The controversial legislation passed by a narrow margin, swayed by grassroots advocacy, proving the power of democracy. That dash is the reveal. Job 3. Indicate an interruption. Job 3. Showing an abrupt interruption, especially in dialogue. As I was saying earlier, each perspective deserves objection. The dash cuts the thought off mid-word. One key distinction. That's different from a slow trail-off, which is the ellipsis's job, not the M dashes. Job 4. Amplify or explain. Job 4. Amplifying or explaining. Dashes set off supplementary detail with more punch than parentheses and more flexibility than commas. The site's user base, mainly college-educated adults ages 24 to 40, aligned perfectly with their target demographic. The extra detail gets emphasis instead of getting buried. Job 5. Separate clauses. Job 5. Separating clauses. An M dash can replace the quieter links, commas or semicolons, with something sharper and more emphatic. The upcoming negotiations will settle the matter, or bring longer disputes. That abrupt turn signals real stakes, not just a routine pause.
The problem, tangled appositives. Now, the problem M dashes solve. What happens when an aside already contains its own commas? My mentor, Jill, a highly experienced psychologist, provided advice. Which commas are grouping what? Readers can't tell where the description starts or stops. This is exactly the tangle we need to untangle. The superpower, outer brackets. Here's the real superpower. M dashes act as outer brackets. Wrap the whole aside in a pair of dashes, and every comma inside is instantly free to do its own job without confusing the sentence's hierarchy. My mentor, Jill, a psychologist with 15 years of expertise, provided advice. Crystal clear. Offsetting lists. M dashes work on lists too, in 2 scenarios. Mid-sentence, enclose the entire list in a pair of dashes, never just one item. At the end of a sentence, use only the opening dash and let the period close it out. Either way, you get strong visual separation that draws the eye straight to the key items. The spacing debate. Should there be spaces around your M dash? Both answers are technically correct. It depends on your style guide. The Chicago Manual of Style, used in books, closes it up with no spaces on either side. The AP style book, used in news writing, adds a single space on each side. Just pick one and stay consistent. How to type it. Typing an M dash is easier than people think. On Windows, hold Alt and type 0151 on the numeric keypad. On Mac, press Shift, Option, and the minus key. Or just type 2 hyphens between words. Most editors auto-convert them. Simplest of all, copy and paste one straight from the web. The golden rules and limitations. A few limits keep the M dash powerful instead of chaotic. Stick to 1 dash moment per sentence. More than that, and the emphasis turns into noise. In academic writing, use it sparingly. Formal prose leans on commas, colons, and parentheses instead. Don't capitalize the word after a dash unless it's a proper noun. And avoid nesting dashes with other punctuation. Rephrase instead. The M dash cheat sheet. Let's lock it in. 5 jobs, offset and aside in pairs, emphasize a conclusion with 1 dash, interrupt dialogue abruptly, amplify or explain, and separate clauses or offset lists. The family, hyphens join, N dashes connect, M dashes interrupt. The superpower, outer brackets that rescue messy, comma-packed asides. And the one rule to remember, max 1 dash moment per sentence.